Hello students. All of you like listening to stories, isn't it? So let's begin today's video with a story. Children, long ago, people did not have cozy and warm houses like ours to live in. They lived in caves. Their caves were cold and dark. Once, when a great storm was raging, a tree was struck by lightning and the flash set it on fire. The cave people were frightened as they had never seen fire. When the storm was over, one of them ventured out to look at the burning tree. He took a burning branch and brought it into the cave. Then they discovered that their cave was full of light and it was warm. So, from this time on, fire became inseparable part of life of human beings and it became a blessing for us. Children, today's lesson is about fire. Fire, friend or foe. Fire can be our friend also, but if it becomes uncontrollable, then it becomes our enemy. Let's begin with the lesson. Students, earlier man was puzzled and frightened after seeing fire. But we know that fire is the result of a chemical reaction. When oxygen in the air combines with carbon and hydrogen in a fuel, then there is a chemical reaction and energy is produced in the form of heat and light. This is what we call fire. To make fire, we need three things. They are fuel, oxygen and heat. Children, fuel we get in the form of wood, coal, cooking gas and petrol. And oxygen is present in the air. And next is we need heat. Heat, we generally do it with a lighted matchstick. So three things: fuel, oxygen and heat. These are the three things which are needed to make fire. Children, a fuel will start to burn only when it reaches a particular temperature. That particular temperature is known as flash point or kindling temperature. So if we want to make fire, then that particular fuel should reach that kindling temperature in the presence of oxygen. Only then we will be able to make fire. So children, now let's talk about how fire is our friend. Students, fire is very useful for us to the extent that we cannot imagine our life without fire. Fire is used for cooking and it is also used to warm our houses in winter, and we also use fire to generate electricity, and there are many other uses of fire. Children, it is very useful for us, but it becomes very dangerous when it goes out of control and it becomes our enemy. Let's see how fire can become our enemy. Students, fire can be very dangerous if it goes out of control. Each year, thousands of homes and shops are damaged by fire. Vast areas of forests are also destroyed. You must have heard about the fires in the forests of Australia and Amazon. These fires caused a lot of damage to the environment and wildlife. Thousands of animals were killed and many species became extinct. Children, each year, hundreds of people are killed or injured in fire accidents. All this happens when we become careless while handling fire, when we forget to follow safety rules. By accident, if there is a fire, there are many ways that we can put it out. Let's take a look. Students, we have learnt in this lesson that we need three things to make fire. First, fuel. Second, oxygen. Third, heat. If we remove one of these things, then we will be able to put out fire. Let us discuss three main ways to put out fire. First point is take away the fuel. Children, if we take away fuel, then fire will have nothing to feed on. If we remove the fuel or we take away the fuel, then fire will die out. Second point is prevent oxygen from reaching it. If we prevent oxygen from reaching the burning material, then we can put out fire. For that, we can use a damp blanket or use carbon dioxide. Children, in fire extinguishers, carbon dioxide is used because when we spray it on the burning material, then it prevents oxygen from reaching it and fire dies out. In the same way, damp blanket also prevents oxygen from reaching the burning material. Third point is remove heat. Children, we have learnt that a fuel needs to reach a particular temperature to burn. That temperature is called flash point or kindling temperature. If we bring the temperature down below the flash point or kindling temperature, then we can put out the fire. For that, we can use water. Water will bring the temperature down and fire will die out. But children, using water to put out fires, we should be very careful because we cannot use water for oil fires and fires caused by electrical appliances. Because oil fires tend to spread more if we use water on them and become more dangerous. And if we use water on fires caused by electrical appliances, then the person might receive electric shock. So children, these are the three ways how we can put out fire. So students, we have learnt in this lesson that fire is our friend, but it can be a dangerous enemy if it goes out of control. Children, prevention is better than cure. We should always be very careful with fire and follow all safety rules and stay safe and protected.